Yeah, indeed. Here it is, man. ZBM, Carlos Zeta, stupid, I'm a fucking boss. And, we want to have another sit down, we want to discuss another quick story. It's very important for a few different reasons. Very important because I want to touch on the legal aspect of CMJ Esquire, very important details. And I want to touch on, again, just more awareness for the youth to understand, the other, downside effects to mental health conditions, as well. The other downsides to, genocide and whatnot. So the story I want to discuss, it starts at around 2021. So when those 4 cases in Camden County took place, I discussed those 4 cases in detail in Camden County. After those 4 cases in Camden County, I had a probation violation, in Pennsylvania. So in Delaware County, just because of the new cases, I had to, basically turn myself in. So, my probation officer, my back judge, my judge for the case that I'm serving probation on could, go over, the scenario, what was going on with the new cases. So while that's all taking place, turned myself in around about October. So October 2021. Now, it takes about 14 days, maybe like 2 weeks to have like a gag 9 hearing, or a gag 2. So I had to have one of those hearings. A gag 9 hearing is a hearing before like your probation officer or before your back judge. So a gag 9 hearing usually takes about a week or 2 in Pennsylvania, like Delaware County or whatever. So I was waiting for that. When my first night there, it was like, again, it was like October, November. So it was relatively cold outside. Intake unit, I was on the intake unit for about maybe like 6 days. So while I was on the intake unit, that was hectic and everything like that. So now, when I get moved from the intake unit, they moved me to another unit. They moved me from the intake unit at the front of the jail, where all the inmates come in and get processed or whatever. And then they moved me to another quarantine unit, right? So the intake unit where everybody can process, and then get to the quarantine unit. And when I arrived at the quarantine unit, it was probably like me and 10 other guys that had came off the intake block or whatever. So we come off the intake block and we get moved on the quarantine unit. I entered the unit. I entered the pod or whatever, like the unit I was on. So I don't know. I don't remember which one it was, but I just I got sent over there. So I go over there, and it's like, again, maybe like 10:30 at night, and a few other guys with me, like 10 of us. It probably like 10 of us that was moving to the quarantine unit from the intake unit. So for the intake unit, we sleeping on the floor, for like 6 days or something. And then we got sent to the quarantine unit. So it was like 10 o'clock at night or something, like 9:30, maybe 10:45. I don't remember. It was somewhere in the 9 or 10. And then when we got over there, the story goes like, we get over there, and one of the sergeants was some chick, some lady, some chick. She was acting all weird, and then it was like a couple other correctional officers there. Mind you, the correctional officers in Delaware County, they get trained, by the FBI. It's like a federal training they go through, and stuff like that. So they want to act like FBI, and some of them might be undercover FBI, but they get trained by the FBI the same way. Some of the transit officers, throughout these metropolitan cities get trained, by the FBI and stuff like that. So if you go to 30th Street Station, the officers or the transit police that's, monitoring 30th Street Station, they get trained by the FBI, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever. But the cops in the jail or whatever, they wanted to act like FBI or whatever. So, I'm like, all right, so, but the crazy part is when I get to the unit and they tell me what cell to go in, I go in the cell. But I get to the cell and I'm like, damn, they got a half a mattress on it. But the half a mattress don't even got no cover on it. It's like a foam mattress, but it's like half, it's cut in half. So I'm telling the guy, like, yo, no, like, y'all gotta go get me a mattress to sleep on. Like, go over there, one of them empty units or one of them empty cells and give me a mattress. Or whatever. So they didn't want to help me. They didn't want to give me a mattress. So I'm like, damn, how the fuck y'all expect me to sleep in here without no mattress? Like, it ain't no cover on this mattress, and it's like halfway, like ripped in half or whatever. So I'm like, no, I'm not sleeping in there. So they get mad, want to argue with me. So as we arguing, they like, all right, well, we're gonna take me to the hole. I'm like, all right, well, you're gonna have to take me to the hole. So I'm like, just take me to 10. So now they cuff me and they put me out in the waiting area in the hallway outside of the actual unit. So in the process of that, the sergeant manager, whatever, the sergeant lady come and whatever. So she like, I ain't gonna say none of their names because they clowns, but it's whatever. But she come and she approached me and she like, what's going on? Why you acting all bougie? Why you don't want to go in there and all that? I'm like, what you mean? Like, there's no mattress in there. Like, it's split in half and there's no cover on it. It's a bare foam. It's a piece of foam. You know what I'm saying? And it looked disgusting. So I'm like, what you expect me to do with that? And I'm not going in there laying on the metal. So I'm requesting a new mattress be brought before I go in there. So she tried to argue and fight with me about it, whatever. But I'm not one of them kind of guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really trying to argue with no female or whatever. So I don't even argue with men. So last thing I'm trying to do is argue. So I was just basically telling her, like, whatever, man, do what you gotta do. Take me to 10 or whatever, but I ain't going in there. So one of the African guys that was a correctional officer there, he come while I'm cuffed, you know what I'm saying, under her direction. They come up with the elaborate plan to just toss me in the cell. So now he come, grab me, and lift me off my feet while I'm cuffed. And he take me to the cell. And he get me to the cell, and then he just throw me in the cell, right while I'm cuffed. So I think I did have a celly, matter of fact. So I had a celly, and he had a mattress on his bed underneath. But the joint on top, the top bunk, you feel me? It was like cut in half, and it was like bare foam. So that's what my whole thing was. I'm not sleeping on a bare foam joint or whatever. Go get me a mattress. So when I'm cuffed and they threw me back in the cell, that's when they slammed the door. So now I'm like, all right, cool. So now I'm stuck sitting there with cuffs on for a couple of hours. But my celly, you know what I'm saying, being an alright dude, you feel me? He tossed me a sheet. Because the whole time while I'm in the hallway arguing with them, the sergeant done went in the cell and snatched all my sheets, my towels, and my rags, and my toothbrush and everything from me. So, main man, he like, here go a sheet. So, for a couple of hours, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I just had to sit on the ground, you know what I'm saying, kind of like, and use the sheet to like stay warm or whatever. Mind you, for whatever reason, Delaware County always want to keep their cells like below zero freezing, right? Just another one of those tactics, man, to make somebody weak or whatever. But yeah, the conditions inhumane. Anyway, so meanwhile, it's a difference, right? This is what I want to talk about too. It's a difference between a correctional facility or a jail and a correctional prison or a prison, right? So you got your state prisons, you know what I'm saying, and then you got county prisons too. But I guess it depends on who you are too. So since it's me, you know what I'm saying, and everybody want to ride my dick and all that, you feel me? Excuse my language for the children. But I gotta be blunt here, you know what I'm saying? Because they want to sugarcoat everything as it is already. And, you know, that's half the problem sometimes. You know, so I know a lot of teachers in the schools and a lot of parents, you feel me, they can't really talk and do certain things because, you know, the way the rules set up, you know what I'm saying, as a parent or a teacher. So yeah, young, welcome to ZBM Academy, right? You know what I'm saying? So I can be a little blunt or whatever. But yeah, so in an instance where it's like me, you know what I'm saying, where I guess I'm supposed to be like a famous rapper or something, right? So in an instance of me being a famous rapper or something, right? I'm the famous rapper, but nobody won't fucking pay me, right? So in the instance of me being like the famous rapper, when I enter a prison, right? So you can just use me as the example of why you shouldn't put yourself in a position to go to prison or jail, or you know why you definitely disagree with that idea of being in those type of predicaments, right? And you know, avoid it. So me being the famous rapper and nobody want to pay, I go into the prison facility. I'm requesting a mattress, simple and regular. Like, can I just have a mattress? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my right, right? That's my right. Can I just have a mattress? Oh no, you can't have a mattress. You gotta wait this, then, and third. Well, I don't want to go in there. I don't feel safe. I don't feel comfortable. I'm not sleeping on that. You know what I'm saying? And what am I supposed to do? Sleep on the floor until you bring me a mattress? But it's 100 mattresses somewhere in here. One of the CEOs can't just walk and go grab me one or whatever, right? Or request one to be brought from one of those departments that handles that kind of shit, right? So instead of all that, I got to argue and fight with them. So then we go in the hallway, I'm cuffed. Then they get mad and throw me back in the cell, but before I get back to the cell, they take all my property out the cell. So now the boy that's in the cell with me, he give me a little sheet. All right, damn, that's crazy, huh? Cool. Long story short, the CEO, he ended up coming back to the door to take the cuffs off. After a few days go past, mind you, we on quarantine. So after a few days go past, we finally like get an hour or so out. A few days go past, my phone list is not working. With my number, like the M8 number or something like that, it's not working on the phone. So I'm like, damn, what the hell? I can't get money sent in. I can't get a phone call to go out or nothing. So all in the same time span, I've been waiting for my gag 9 to see my probation officer, back judge, etc. Now, after a few days go past, and they done took my towel, my rag, my sheets, and everything else, and you feel me? They done took and froze my phone account, so I can't even call home, get no money or nothing. So again, this is like October, November, when all of this is going on. So now, I feel this type of way, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like this is like ridiculous. Like this is inhumane condition that I'm being forced to deal with. And I'm requesting the sergeants on each shift that's coming each day, and nobody's responding, right? So one of the block workers or whatever, he gave me a grievance letter, or a grievance note. So I write the grievance, you know what I'm saying, trying to get my property, trying to get, you know, sheets, blankets, towels, and everything like that, and trying to figure out my phone list, why my phone list frozen, right? So now, since I wasn't going to respond back, I refused to log in. So when I refused to log in, they call a code. Now they come over there the whole time. They didn't call the code and said code black that I hit a CO. They said I hit a woman. So they're like, oh, code black, he hit a woman. The whole time walking around the unit, and the lady that opened the door for, it was like feeding lunch or something. It was like a lunch meal that came through the unit. And I refused to log in when she opened the door. When the guys were trying to pass us the food, I walked out. So they said it was a cold black and I hit her, right? So the whole time, they come and grab me all up and take me to the hole. So now I'm sitting in the hole, everything's still frozen. I go to my gag 9 here in the midst of me being in the hole, and now I'm handling that business with my lawyers and all that. Long story short, now while I'm going through that process, I had to go to a couple other hearings with my lawyer and my judge or whatever. So when I'm going through that process, I'm back in the hole, waiting for the next court date to come or whatever. So, and I'm back in the hole. I do like 20 days in the hole, right? Never got a write-up. You know what I'm saying? For ever touching the lady, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even touch the lady. So, again, I refused to lock in. They said it was a cold black, a correction officer got hit. So now I go and I go to the hole, do 20 days, and then I get out. So now when I get out the hole, again, I wrote the grievances and all that stuff up, you know what I'm saying? Now I get out the hole. So now they put me on another unit. This time I'm on unit 7. So I'm on unit 7, and one of my songs I was talking about the guy, I forget his name at the moment. It was like he always put me on these weird fed blocks or something. And that's what me and one of the guys were talking about when I was out there in Delaware County. He was like, yo, he was just from out of town. He was like, yo, what's up? Like, you from where? I'm like, yeah. This like the little joint, this the prison for Chester or whatever. So he was like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's a little correction facility. He's like, yo, why this block feel like a fed block? Everybody walking around with the sweatsuits on like they in the feds, and it's real weird. Like, these niggas don't never go home, and everybody just ordering 70 commissary bags every week. Like, what's going on over here, right? Everybody's so friendly with the police over here, right? But it's like, I was like, yeah, it probably is a little fed block or whatever. It's a lot of strange guys over here anyway. Meanwhile, in the midst of that little conversation I had with somebody and stuff like that, when we was just observing the scenery, like, yo, this joint look real suspect. But it's just like the guy that handles that, right, the classification officer, whatever the case may be, he always put me on the fed block joint. Like, he always, for some reason, like, I don't got no enemy list, right? So I don't got no enemy list. You know what I'm saying? In any scenario I ever been in, any state or city, I never have an enemy list, right? So, but they always put me on a unit where it's real suspect, like real suspect, like real classified suspect. You feel me? Like, I don't know, it's like clones running around or something. Like, I don't know, aliens or something. Like, I'd be confused. So when I'm going through that process, they put me on unit 7 after I come from the hole for a falsified write-up. You know what I'm saying? Falsified write-up instead of a cold black. It wasn't even cold black. I refused to lock in. Really, the refuse to lock in, that's like a 10 day in the hole. 10 days in the hole, if that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they give me 20 days in the hole. Mind you, because they took my property and they refused to give me a mattress, which is my right. So now they give me 20 days in the hole. When I get out, they put me in unit 7. Unit 7 it was alright, I guess. I don't know anyone, but a lot of guys like state offenders or whatever, and you know, people that's on like parole or whatever. So I guess it's kind of like one of those. It was kind of one of those settings, you know what I'm saying? A little older crowd, and you know, people that's looking at more time and dealing with more, you know, probation, parole, and stuff like that. But again, still federal, you know what I'm saying? They always put me around the weirdos for some reason. So that's alright though. Shout out to the weirdos, man. Hopefully we don't see each other again in that setting. Whatever, man. So anyway, when they did that, now I'm over here with these. Now I'm over here. I got this guy in my cell. Little weird guy. He's alright though. He was alright though. One of the better cellmates I ever really had. He was going through something. His brother passed away or something. I don't know. So that was pretty decent. We was chilling. I was in the midst of getting it unfrozen. Matter of fact, it wasn't unfrozen yet. I was in the midst of getting it unfrozen. The sergeant chick that had did that, the little female, she had frozen my phone account because we was arguing in the hallway, and I cursed her out because I wanted to sleep on the bare foam mattress that wasn't even a full length mattress, and she took my property, my sheets and my blankets, and then she froze the phone account. So she was mad because I called her a fake FBI agent or something. So now, when I get to unit 7, I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, damn, I can't even call home. I can't get nothing going on. Like, You know what I'm saying? My whole account frozen because she froze the account. So now I'm trying to get another sergeant supervisor from another unit to kind of like unfreeze the account. In the process of that going on, where I'm talking to these different sergeants on this unit to like, yo, can we get my account unfrozen or whatever? And they like, all right, cool, give us a few days. You know, they busy, you know what I'm saying? And it take like, might talk to them a few times. You got to write a grievance to them and everything like that. So in the process of all that, a few days go past. You know, like it wasn't even like a full week or something, but a few days go past. They done try to set me up. So while they trying to set me up, how that happened was I'm in a cell, me and a white boy. He's a white dude. I don't know, he was gay or something. He was like real weird, you know what I'm saying? He might have been a gay guy or something, but he might have been a police. I don't know. He gave me cop vibes slightly, but he tried to play it a little careful. So I don't know. Maybe he wasn't gay. Maybe he just was nervous. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to the white guy. He kind of helped me though, because I had some mail. He actually sent my mail out, so I respected him. I just feel like I don't know if he was a cop or if he might have just been on down low, and then he might have just been nervous around me or something, because he kind of heard I was kind of aggressive when I came to the cell because what just happened, and I was trying to figure my account out. So I don't know if he was nervous or if he was gay or if he was a cop. He could have been all three. So anyway, shout out to him. He sent my mail out anyway. At least he ain't tampered with my mail, which is another federal crime, right? So the cell one day we was talking, and it was like lunchtime. It was like around the lunchtime. So the trays is about to come to the unit. The trays is on the way. I just happened to be up though. So I'm up at the sink like looking at my teeth, right? So I'm up at the sink looking at my teeth, and I'm kind of like, you know, I might have been brushing my teeth, matter of fact. So I might have been brushing my teeth at the sink. And he was just sitting back on the bottom bunk watching TV. So while he on the bottom bunk watching TV, a few days ago, I had went and like, it was like tablets on the unit or something. Like they got these corny little tablets and shit out there, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? For the guys that's rich in prison, shout out to you, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? For the guys that you know, that pat themselves on the back, man, about all of it, man, you know, shout out to them, man. Like the rich prisoners, you know what I'm saying? Or the rich slaves, man. Shout out to y'all. Otherwise than that, man, shout out to the men, you know what I'm saying? That really got to deal with the fuckery, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, and all that. And yeah, they got their little tablets out there now and all that. So a tablet, you know what I'm saying, is what kind of got in my way. You know what I'm saying? So a few days ago, I'm on like the little hour rec or something like that, and I go look at the tablet, and I'm like, all right, this is my first time really ever seeing them. So it might have been like my second or first time really seeing tablets, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't be in those county jails that much for real. So I'm like unfamiliar with all of it anyway, technically. But I seen I'm looking at the tablet and all that, and one of the guys that was locked in, because they had the tier on tier exercise. So the bottom tier out, the top tier locked in, all this weird shit. So while they doing that, one of the guys in the cell up there, he like, yo, he starts snapping through the door like, that's my shit, put my shit down. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm like, yo, like, I go to the door. I go to his door, like, yo, like, calm down. Like, what's all that about? Like, what's the scenario? What's up with you? No, you touching my shit, it's mine. I'm like, damn, like, all right, Mr. Scope, like, you feel me? Like, I don't want your tablet. Like, I'm just looking at the tablet. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Oh, put my shit down. I'm like, yo. So I had to kind of like talk to him, like, yo, like, don't talk to me like that, though. You feel me? Like, I ain't with none of that shit for real. Like, so when I had to explain that to him, he like, all right, say no more, say no more. I put his tablet back, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you can have your tablet, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got you brainwashed like a motherfucker. You feel me? Like, you can have your tablet. So now I put the tablet back in a little charging box, you know. A couple days go past, now me and my son in the room, brushing my teeth at the sink. You know what I'm saying? And my son sitting back, like, me and him, we was like chilling, like, no arguments about the TV. It was his TV. I just came in. You know what I'm saying? He got his commissary and shit on the way. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get my account unfrozen. And I talked to the sergeant. We about to be chilling, eating commissary, doing our own little thing, and whatever, minding our business. You do whatever you do, right? So, all right, cool. I'm at the mirror brushing my teeth. Main man laying down watching TV, halfway asleep. The lunch trays come on the unit. While the lunch trays come on the unit, they bring the food to the door. I'm like, Chalet, the food here. I put his tray on a little seat or whatever, and I'm at the sink eating. I just finished brushing my teeth, but the food's so disgusting. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the sink brushing my teeth, and I probably gonna brush my teeth afterwards. That was kind of like my thought process. In the process of me finish the food, why the dude come to the door arguing with me like, yo, ain't you the boy? Hey, you stole my tablet. I'm looking for my tablet. I know it's you. You had my tablet the other day. Long story short, we arguing through the door, and I'm trying to tell him like, why would I take your tablet? You feel me? Like, why would I be pressed to steal your tablet or steal something like that from you? Like, mind you, it's not even yours though. You feel me? But they got this little brainwashed game with these guys in the jail, or whatever. So, all right, bro, it's your tablet. But I'm like, why would I steal it though? Like, I just came over here. I don't even got none of my shit in motion. But I'm like, anyway, what you trying to tell me anyway? Even if I did steal it, right? That's where I'm at with him. So now he like, all right, well, say no more. When the door popped, and all that. Long story short, he threatening me through the door. So I'm like, all right, whatever then. So now, somehow, some way, the door popped. He done got one of the little the guards done tried to line me up and he done got the door popped. You know what I'm saying? So now when the door popped, he thinking he about to come in the door, throw some food, throw a tray, and then slam the door on me. So now as soon as he open the door, we get into immediately, I hum the tray at him, boom. So now he come in, he grabbed me and all that. Mind you, I had my little dreads and all that. So he grabbed me and doing this weird shit, trying to grab my hair. Mind you, I'm 5'5", main man like 5'10". But he like 30, 40 pounds more heavier than me, right? So anyway, he come in, the shit ain't work. You know what I'm saying? It ain't work out for him. So now when the CO blitz the unit because they see there's like a altercation going on, he hurried him and run out the cell and slam the door or whatever, right? But the COs come open the door and cuff me. And then they cuff him and take him out the unit. So now we go to 10. Mind you, I'm mad as shit. I'm like, damn, my fucking account frozen. I'm about to get my account unfrozen. I finally land in a joint with a guy that's like half-ass all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what his thing is technically, but all right, well, he getting his commissary. He got his mom and them that's going to help him. He got a TV. All right, cool. I don't sound like I'm going to get too much issues from this guy. So I'm like, all right, bet. So now I'm finally in an all right scenario because I never get an all right scenario. It's always a weirdo in my cell. You know what I'm saying? It's always an FBI agent or an FBI informant in my cell, literally. So I'm like, damn, I finally got an all right little guy, you feel me? For the most part, I'm usually used to a cop. So now I get a all right guy, half-ass all right guy. And a couple days down the road, here come this cop, knocking on my door, talking about a tablet. I ain't even take the tablet. We get in a fight because he done got the door popped somehow. He think he about to come in and assault me, and then he lose. So now we both get sent to the hole. Whole time, when we get sent to the hole, we go to a couple days go past. We go to the hearing for the altercation hearing or the whatever, the write-up hearing or whatever. Now the CEO saying one of the CEOs buzzed the door to collect the trays, and I threw something out the door at him, and then we start fighting. Whole time the guy's name is not even in my write-up. I don't even know the person's name at all. Like, they ain't put his name in the write-up or nothing. He ain't do no time in the hole or nothing. They let him out the hole after like 3 days. So I'm like he came to my cell trying to start a fight, and then he lost the fight, and then he left, and then we both get sent to the hole because he ran out the cell when the police came on the unit. And then we both get sent to the hole, but his name is nowhere on the write-up, and he ain't even do no time in the hole. So now I'm the one that's guilty, and now I'm sent to the hole. Now I got to do another 15 days in the hole for a fight that I ain't even start. Right now I'm still trying to figure out my account. So now after like 10 days in the hole, my account finally get unfrozen, but now I'm in the hole. So there's 3 phones that work on the hole, and at that moment it was only 3 phones that worked. That is 8 phones on the unit. But when I come out for my hour, so do like 10 other people that's in the hole. So I can't even use my phone to call home or nothing, barely. Anyway, after that, I finally did start contacting people, whatever, and getting everything in motion. And then, you know, and everything like that. So, mind you, I wrote all the grievances to everything that happened, you feel me? Like, all of that. So then when I get out the hole for the fight, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't start or whatever, and then this guy name not on the write-ups or nothing, and he ain't even get sentenced to the hole or nothing, you feel me? Like, I'm just the only one in the hole at all, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But he came to my cell and started fighting laws. So it's like, all right, cool, whatever. Now, when I get out the hole for that, I go to another unit. While I'm on this unit, they put me in a cell with a weirdo guy. Like, he again, a cop. Whenever I was in those predicaments of being incarcerated, I'm kind of used to it now, because like every time, you feel me? Like every time, you feel me? It's always a cop. You know what I'm saying? It's always a cop trying, you know, hit me with the smoking mirror, John, and, you know, impersonate me, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, cool. I got used to it, you know what I'm saying? Now, when I get out the hole for the fight, I go into another cell. I'm on another unit. This guy in my cell, I go into a cell by myself. I got a single man cell at first, but then after like a day or two, they put somebody in there. This guy come in, he got a bullet wound to his leg, right? It's still like a fresh bullet wound. So he's showing me the bullet wound, like, yeah, I got shot, and everything like that. This shit's still like an open wound. They don't want to help me at medical, and all that. I'm like, damn, that shit crazy. You feel me? I'm like, man, we gotta figure that out for you. After a few days, after like a day or two, when we try to tell the sergeant, like, yo, we trying to get him to the infirmary unit, you feel me? He don't really belong over here. He had a fresh bullet wound to his leg and all that. Y'all gotta take him over, take him over there before he get affected. None of the sergeants responded to our grievance, you feel me? So now, me and him get to arguing, because I'm like, yo, you gotta leave, yo. I'm like, you gotta leave. Mind you, he's hating on me. Oh, you broke, What you come down, what you came in with, what you had on. I'm like, yo, like, why you talking like you know me? I'm like, why you talking like you know me, for one? I'm like, for two, I'm like, you're a weirdo. Like, who are you? You feel me? So, oh, I live near the airport. My family rich. My family left me a house and this. You feel me? Like, he's going off. So I'm like, all right, well, look, man. Like, around the time it was like Christmas, they was getting on Christmas bags or something like that, right? Bunch of shit that ain't good for your health, good for your cholesterol, your teeth, right? Giving out a bunch of bullshit, right? But on commissary, the shit's sky high anyway. So, giving out a bunch of bullshit in the commissary bag. So I'm telling him, like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, you talking all crazy, like, all right, well, whatever, man. Like, you gotta leave, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. If you want your commissary bag and all that, you want all the little weird shit. You want to talk this fly shit. I'm like, you gotta get out the cell. So when we start going back and forth at it like that, this guy, he like, oh, mind you, he already told me that he had HIV. Or was it HIV? Nah, he didn't tell me he had HIV. He told me he had cancer. So the main man, he told me he had cancer. He told me he got shot. He showed me the bullet wound in his leg already. He told me he had cancer. And then he told me he had COVID already. So I'm like, all right, that's why I wrote the grievance trying to get him out of the cell. Like, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to try to advocate for you and try to get you out to the infirmary unit where you belong. You got cancer, COVID, you got shot in your leg, you got open bullet wound, all that. And he's lying, talking about his girlfriend shot him. And like, I'm like, all right, whatever, man. So I'm like, we're going to try to get you out. But when they wasn't responding to it, when we tried to get him out, now, man, him start butting heads or whatever. So I'm like, all right, well, you got to get out. He wasn't trying to get out and go to the infirmary unit. I'm like, refuse to log in. You don't belong over here. Make them take you to the infirmary unit. He wasn't trying to get out the cell. So I'm like, all right, well, so who you, a cop or something? Who you work for? Why you so intent on staying here with me? You know what I'm saying? If you belong in the infirmary unit and you saying you got cancer and a bullet wound in your leg and COVID, like, all right, so if all that's going on with you, like, why are you intent on staying here with me? Like, force them to take you to the infirmary unit. You know what I'm saying? Like, refuse to lock in when they bring the food or something. He like, no, I ain't done. All right, well, you got to get out then. So now, while we going through that process, this weird guy, you know what I'm saying? he won't argue back and forth with me. So I refuse to log in again. Right? So now the same COs come to the unit. Oh, you want to start trouble again? You refuse to log in? I'm like, no, I wrote y'all agreements already about this guy, his conditions. Y'all got me around here. I don't feel sanitary. I don't feel it's unsanitary. I don't feel like this is good for my health. It's a weird predicament. He got an open bullet wound. He got cancer and he got COVID. Why y'all not answering agreements? And why he's sitting around me? You know what I'm saying? Like, get this guy out of here. So I refuse to log in. They want to fight, throw me all around the floor. You know what I'm saying? Knee me all on my back and all that shit. You feel me? Mind you, I already got a pending health scenario that I'm trying to figure out. But the doctors only want to give me, they only want to really clarify that, right? They want to run me around 1,000 circles and shit like that, right? So in the process of that, you know what I'm saying? I'm already done with that, trying to figure that out with the doctors, primary care, and I'm going back and forth to hospitals for the ER for the pain and all that, right? So then, but it's chronic pain, so they don't want to do X-rays and all that shit neither. You know what I'm saying? Because it could, worsen the pain or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? While I'm dealing with that, before I even got arrested, now I'm arrested. Now they want to throw me around, knee me all on my back, do all this kind of weird shit to me, cuff me up and twist my arm. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm refusing to log in with this guy because he's saying he got COVID, cancer, and he got open bullet wound. He bleeding blood all over his clothes from the open wound that y'all not helping him with. So I'm refusing to log in again. So now the same COs come, they want to throw me around and fight me all crazy while I'm cuffed up. So now they end up throwing me back in the cell, but they open a little slot to the cell like, all right, well, put your hands out so we can uncuff you. So then, all right, cool. I'm like, all right, y'all guys, they uncuff me. I get one of the block words or something like that so I can write a grievance about what they just did to me. So I write the grievance up, whatever. Now, this guy, he want to argue with me and fight with me and all that. So I'm like, all right, who you work for? Like, damn, what you work for? FBI, CIA, the DA? Like, who you working for? Like, you seem like you a government plant or something. Like, why you here? You feel me? Like, you really got all this going on with you. Why are you steady sitting here quiet? Like, why would you just be quiet here? Like, you supposed to be banging on the door more than me. So now we're going back and forth with it. So now, after me and him get the fighting, I get the fist fighting him and all that, he gets scared, start trying to like throw feces on his hand and throw it on me. He trying to bite his wrist and spit blood on me. Like, man started doing all kind of weird shit, like suicidal type of dude, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Same dude that was just saying he rich, living near the airport, he own a house, his family rich. I'm like, all right, so I'm broke and everybody else rich. But you the one throwing feces on me, trying to bite yourself and spit blood on me and shit, right? So I'm like, all right, cool, man, say no more. Long story short, you know what I'm saying? They finally end up answering the grievance or whatever, but they didn't even answer the grievance. They just end up moving him from the unit when I had went to like court or something one day. You know what I'm saying? After he tried to throw feces and bite himself and commit suicide, spit blood on me and all that, punching himself in the mouth, spitting blood and shit. I was like, all right, cool, man. Say no more, man. Like, you can stay. Like, I'll leave you alone. But then I had went to court a couple days after that, like, and when I came back, they had moved him. So I'm like, all right, cool. They still ain't answered agreements, you feel me? And then, long story short, after that, the next couple of weeks went fine. You know what I'm saying? They didn't answer half my grievances though. Like, half my grievances I wrote, they didn't ever answer them. But at the end, the last couple of weeks went fine. Then I got transferred, you know what I'm saying, to another facility in Philly. So now that was it. Now I'm in Philly, whatever. I'm going through my process, and then I had to go get transferred again, and I go through my process. 3 different counties, 2 different states. You know what I'm saying? Standing tall, I'm better than City Hall or whatever. So now I get released, and I'm working for a bumblefuck company. Where I'm working for bumblefuck company. Here come more the same BS. So I'll describe what it was when I worked for bumblefuck county. While I'm working for after what just happened in the prison, right? Where it took physical. It was damages in my physical, damages in my finances, damages in economically, right? Shit like that. So I'm dealing with all that. I lost all my property within those couple months there at Delaware County. Mind you, the system is so dumb and retarded. You feel me? Within those 14 days when I see my back judge, we already declared and understood when we had the meeting with my lawyers and everything that since these charges from the new cases are in another state, I have to be released because depending of the outcome is not even going to move anywhere while I'm still in your custody. So they still decide to hold me for another month or two. And now I lose all my property, everything else that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Lose my job and all that shit. So now, after I go to this, now I get out of there, I go to the other county. Now I get out of there, I go to the other county, get out of there. Now I get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Go through all of that, right? And then I come home. I'm working for a bumblefuck company. When I'm working for bumblefuck company, everything's going well for me. You know what I'm saying? If you look back at my old Instagram or on my YouTube page, you know what I'm saying? You watching the channel here anyway. So you look back, you know what I'm saying, at the early 2022 months, you know, I'm at the baseball game. I'm chilling. You feel me? I might have went to a football game or something like that. You know, you might see me doing something like that, right? So when I'm working for Bumblefuck County, I'm chilling. I'm relaxed. I'm fighting my case, right? So while all that's going on, here I am at Bumblefuck County. I'm being harassed and all that kind of shit. So now I'm being harassed and discriminated against, right? So I'm starting to realize, like, damn, this is all connected to, for one, Delaware County, right? And then these new cases in New Jersey. So, you know, when I realized that, that's when I put all my documents together, all my physical element documents together, right? From all the times I go to the ER, all the times I go to my primary care doctor, all the times I go to the gym, all this and all that, all the money I had to spend, all the shit they did to me in the jail. I put all that together and I go sue their ass. So when I go sue the prison, Delaware County, I sue them for $20,000, right? $25,000 or something like that. Then I sue them for $25,000 and submit my lawsuit, right? You know, ZBM, CMJ Esquire. And you know, the judge, he resend the case. You know what I'm saying? Where now, when he resend the case, I had to refile it. He denied it, and he put a note on it. You can refile. You know what I'm saying? Your appeal, but he needed additional more information. So now, when I refiled it, you know, I gave him a break and went from 25,000 to 20,000 all the way down to 5,000, and then I put like a whole nother packet of information in it. You know what I'm saying? To prove my point, to prove, you know, my case. Mind you, again, I got all of the grievances from the Delaware County facility. And they never responded to none of them. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, they only responded to like one or two of them. So I'm like, they didn't even respond to none of them. And then I got all of these hospital records and all that shit that explain that I'm really dealing with something physical, right? But I guess, you know, since I'm such a champion, you know what I'm saying, a breadwinner, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you get up and go to a full-time job every day. So what? I can't still be suffering from chronic pain? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I'm not dependent on you? So I give them more than ample information to prove my scenario, right? About why I should be compensated for what happened in Delaware County Prison, right? And then I'm talking to another couple guys that was in Delaware County Prison before. Oh no, bro, we be getting chocolate cake and ice cream and cereal with milk and all kind of shit, right? We getting pizza days and lasagna days. Why delivering hoagies? All kind of shit, right? I'm just exaggerating with the Wawa, with the hoagies and shit. But yeah, shout out to Wawa and shit. You feel me? I don't got nothing against Wawa, but yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying. But literally though, that's what couple conversation was. That's why I say it's like a difference. Maybe depending on who you is, and then maybe depending on where you at, because like some shit is like a county jail, some shit like a county prison. So it's like Delaware County. It's like every time I ever stepped in there, they want to set it up around me where it's like a prison. Oh, feed them the same meal every morning. Feed them the same meal every lunch. Feed them the same meal every dinner. We don't care if it's cold. We don't care if it's a little ass portion, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, meanwhile, other units getting whatever, extra trays and all kind of shit, extra food, all kind of shit. Niggas, motherfuckers getting extra Christmas bags and feel me? It's like, so, you know, I'm always in a position where I gotta have commissary, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't got commissary, then and it's a wrap for me. You know what I'm saying? Because the food always coming cold. It's always the same food throughout the week, like over and over and over. And then you always got these yes men. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to send the food back to the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Make them stand on the fact that we got rights. You know what I'm saying? As a human being. So that's why I like some federal shit they be trying to set up and all that. But it's like, all right, and it was a couple scenarios where I felt like I was being poisoned as well in the food and the ventilation system. It's like they're building the rat shit and all that. And even down to like the little critters and everything like that. It's like you gotta inhale all that shit. But they won't lock you into a cell all day. Right? And then they want to feed you this food on these little unsanitary trays, even though they spray them down every meal, whatever the case is. I don't know. I felt I was getting sick. And I had a few conversations over the phone with my family about that as well. That's the little sneaky shit, though, that I was dealing with. And like I said, you know, whatever unit that I'm on, that's what's going on. And that's not the case in every other unit. Now, being locked down for 75% of the time while you in Delaware County, you know, yeah, that might be something that the majority of the jail is dealing with. And that's just all about the whole idea of what I was saying as far as like, there's no rehabilitation there, right? It's a fucking disgusting, it's a disgrace, a disgusting disgrace. But yeah, they should have paid me my fucking lawsuit. I explained the gist of that, you know what I'm saying, in grand detail and submitted the lawsuit twice. And I even dropped it down to $5,000. Like, just compensate me $5,000. You know what I'm saying, for the shit y'all did to me. Oh no, they dismissed the whole lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why they dismissed the whole lawsuit. No explanation, you know what I'm saying, or nothing. I didn't receive an explanation in the mail, and it wasn't an explanation in the notes on the doctor sheets either, right? So it's just like, again, targeting me pertaining to the corrupt federal indictment shit they trying to do. You know what I'm saying, right? Where all of that rolled over into New Jersey, right? 4 or 5 cases. One of those cases are fabricated and made up, which is the burglary where it's supposed to be entering somebody's house, you know, unwanted, which is a felony. And then they arguing with me, fighting with me, threats made, and then I just walk out, I'm drunk, walking down the street, the police pull up and arrest me. Like a whole fabricated case that never even happened. That case got dismissed already. So, but, you know, all that is just, again, the little corrupt indictment process they try to put in play. So now, after I sued Delaware County because it's all connected to the same corrupt federal indictment that they're trying to frame me for, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. Man, look, I put all the facts on the table, and my lawsuit still gets denied. So it's like, damn. This dude did what they wanted to me. even though I got the proof and the facts and the evidence on paper, and still dismiss my lawsuit, right? So it's like, all right, cool, it's whatever. But you know, for me, it wasn't even really about the money. It was just about putting it on record, so that way it never happened. So that way it don't happen again. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But again, now here we are, finishing. You know, the rest of those cases in New Jersey and whatnot. You know, it just all looks like genocide. It just all looks like, you know, some fuckery. You know, some fuckery. Frame RICO indictment framework, right? And you know, obviously, it just didn't work. And you know, again, what happened in Delaware County Prison was just an example. You know, based on the harassment and discrimination I faced when I was released in 2022 and stuff like that. From those 3-4 months, and then a month or two in transition from those different counties. When I was released from those 5 months in total, you know, now the ridicule, discrimination, and you know, harassment that I faced when I got released is what prompted me to, all right, cool, you know, got all this stuff on documentation and hospital records in a couple different hospitals, you know, and primary care doctor visits from all the way from 2021, where I'm trying to figure this medical issue out, right, and all that. And then I even had to go open up a gym account, you know, to help me with my physical, you know, my physical chronic pain. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I guess the downside, you know what I'm saying, of me being able to still work 40, 50 hours a week, you know, and write 30 books, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that is, oh, you don't got a disability, it's impossible. Or, oh, nothing's wrong with you, it's impossible, right? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But, you know, you get somebody else, oh, I sprained my ankle. Oh, how'd you sprain your ankle? I don't know, I was walking down the street. All right, here goes some Percocets. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit like that. But again, you know, put all this on document, you know, and put it all in perspective, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it wasn't a reason, an excuse. It wasn't no excuse, you know what I'm saying? Why my lawsuit was supposed to be dismissed, you know what I'm saying, when I'm suing Delaware County. And now Delaware County, the prison is supposed to be a county-run facility or something like that. It was a private owner there, you know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure it was the government. Why wouldn't it have been? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Either way, they get trained by the FBI to be officers there. So it's just a whole it's a whole disgusting disaster, right? They don't rehabilitate you there, you know what I'm saying? Or nothing. You can't go to the gym there, you know what I'm saying? Like it's worthless. You know what I'm saying? It's really just there to keep you stuck. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, young man, ZB man, that's the kind of shit that just happened with that, and I just want to talk about that for youth. You never want to position yourself, you know what I'm saying, to be in a position where, you know, though you have rights, look at the stupid people and what they'll still try to do. Not only that, you know what I'm saying, but what do you think, what kind of trauma does that give you? You know what I'm saying, when you already have mental health, when you already have mental health conditions, what kind of trauma does that give you? You know what I'm saying? This is reason why you want to keep yourself out of those predicaments, keep yourself out of those places. You know, those are the type of people and places you don't want to see. So that's another piece of the message I want to give to youth again, man. Like, you know, you're already dealing with something because you're growing up, you know what I'm saying, from whatever kind of trauma, whatever kind of environment you're growing up in. I mean, it's like, look at that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to subject yourself, you know what I'm saying? Subject yourself to, you know what I'm saying, stupid people like that, even though you have rights. And then look, if you try to exercise your rights, they don't even want to compensate you. And then if you have mental health issues, whether it's diagnosed or not, you know what I'm saying, it only increase it, right? So, you know, God forbid, man, you know, somebody else going through something like that, or that went through something like that, you know, God forbid they, you know, react to a certain way that would, you know, just be more of a downward effect for themselves or others. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's another one of those stories, you know what I'm saying, of like, you know, where CMJ Esquire had to really, you know, take control of the situation from a legal aspect, and you know, make sure that, you know, we protected ourselves in a civil direction, in the direction of civil. You know, we want to make sure that we protect ourselves in those ways, man. So, you know, anybody that got family in those predicaments, man, like, you know, it's ways you can go about it in a legal aspect, you know what I'm saying, to kind of like, yo, if y'all gonna back up and stop doing that shit, or y'all guys just pay me, you know what I'm saying? So either way, either y'all gonna back up and keep putting on the record, or y'all can just pay me, you know what I'm saying? But we can't just keep going through it. We can't just keep going like this with this, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, from CMJ Esquire, you know what I'm saying, that's what I was talking about in a few other videos. I was talking about like the civil aspect of you know, society is very important, and you know, at a later time, and you know, as more time progressed, that's more so the aspect and the avenue that I would be more so interested in really learning and practicing in. But I have a lot of experience in the criminal aspect of the legal system as well. So, you know, CMJ Esquire, we're going to open the doors for clients and, you know, colleagues on both angles, you know what I'm saying, for the criminal and for the civil, you know, because we can work both of those angles and stuff like that. So, you know, in the near future, you're on the lookout for that as well. CMJ Esquire, man, attorney at law, you know what I'm saying, we're going to really press the play on that. But, yeah, for the youth, again, just understand, man, like, even though you got rights, sometimes you gotta enforce it, right? So, yeah, you can call me the code enforcer, right? I had to enforce those codes, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. So, yeah, I want to talk about that story, you know what I'm saying? Like, how when I come into jail the first night, all my shit gets stripped from me, you know what I'm saying? Then guy approached the door arguing about some shit that the jail and gave him a tablet, and we get to fighting. They done erased his whole name from the whole scenario. He ain't do no whole time. I get sent to the hole, sit there. Meanwhile, my lawyer sent me my whole discovery from my pending cases. They done when I get moved from the unit because I refused to log in, they done let my paperwork float around the jail for weeks. You know what I'm saying? And lost my legal mail and everything. It's like all of that shit. That's a like. Can't say it's a federal crime, but it's borderline. I mean, it's legal mail. Nobody supposed to even open your legal mail anyway, let alone have it. So, like, they done made a false accusation about why I'm getting sent to the hole because it was allegedly a cold black on the CO, on a correctional officer. And then they just throw me in a hole for 20 days. And my legal mail just floating around the jail. I'm on a whole nother unit. It's like, when I documented all of that on paperwork, and then I get released, and I'm facing more harassment, ridicule, and discrimination, and I sue the prison twice, and they still deny my lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so again, for the youth, man, Zero Brain Monopoly is the positive seed that we plant into the universe, you know what I'm saying, for the youth to take advantage of and, you know, have, you know, a more informed perspective, you know, and create options for the youth, you know what I'm saying? Keep, you know, we here to give you a perspective, give you tools, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, and services as well in the near future, you know what I'm saying, for you to, you know, learn how to craft and utilize those options that you have at your disposal, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of times you don't know that you have them, right? So, and, you know, that's what Zero Brand Monopoly is for, man. Whether we're talking about music, clothing, landscaping, writing, literature, we got the books and stuff. So, like, whatever we doing, you know, it's just a positive seed, you know what I'm saying, for the next generation, for the next, you know, the next layers of the children that's growing up, man, and everything like that. And as well, we well in tune with the adults as well, and the teenagers and shit like that, and everything. But, you know, that was just a story of when I was just incarcerated. I wanted to talk about that, man, and give that piece, you know what I'm saying, of, you know, detail. So, you know, when you analyzing ZBM and you kind of, you know, whether you're interested or disinterested, you know, just know, man, like ZBM come from, you know, stuff like that. It's not a usual story that you'll hear. It's a story that could happen to anyone else. You know, yeah, indeed.